Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Jamil from Honest Sense. I'm going to be doing a fragrance review on the house of Nishane, and this is Hacivat. This is actually a 50 ml bottle. Had this bottle about over a year now. Actually, I'm going to be doing the notes of Nishane Hacivat. The notes where I actually got the notes from is called base notes. But anyway, let me get into the notes. Nishane Hacivat came out in 2017. The top notes is bergamot, pineapple, grapefruit, and the heart is jasmine, patchouli, cedarwood. And the base is clearwood, oak moss, dry timberwood. Just before I got this fragrance, again, like, if you watch any some of my reviews and stuff like that, I always, some fragrance that I do that I buy, some of them is mostly blind buys, and this one was definitely was a blind buy. So okay, so I had a Creed Ventus, and I ended up selling my whole flacon, which was the 250 ml, and that was a 2018 batch. I think it was the 18 BO1, something like that, and I sold that for like $500. That's like a year ago. This guy knew that he was a Creed Ventus fan. He loved Creed Ventus, and I said, okay, sure. So I sold it to him, and he gave me the $500. We did a transaction. It was very quick. So people kept saying that. People was like, yo, on YouTube, they were saying Nishane Hacivat smells like Creed Ventus. I said, okay, let me buy it. Now, remind you, I had a lot of some Creed Ventus wannabes, which is like Bond Number 9 Centerpiece for Him. I had that one, and I had a 100 ml bottle of that one, and I actually used that one because that was like one of my favorites from Bond Number 9. And I used that one up, and I was debating on, once I sold that Creed Ventus for the Creed Ventus that I had, the flacon, maybe I just get me another Bond Number 9, and I get that Bond Number 9 tester, which when I seen it on eBay, it was like for $120 for 100 ml without the cap. And you know what I'm saying, I still had some money left over from what I sold from the Creed Ventus flacon, which is I sold for $500. So somebody told me, they said, well, now I like Creed Ventus. So I was like, well, so I seen it, and they said, well, Nishane Hacivat smells very similar to Creed Ventus. I said, okay. So I ended up buying Nishane Hacivat. I could not wait until I got it, until I got the fragrance. I enjoyed the box. I enjoyed the whole presentation. I enjoyed the white bottle itself. And when I sprayed it on, it smelled like Bond Number 9 Centerpiece for Him. So I'm saying to myself, where is they getting the comparison to Creed Ventus? I don't get any comparison to Creed Ventus Nishane Hacivat. All I do is I get I obviously got the pineapple and the bergamot, but in the jasmine. But like I said, in Nishane Hacivat, these fragrance notes is very well blended. And basically what I'm getting from Nishane Hacivat, I'm getting Bond Number 9 Centerpiece of Him. From the open, from the mid, and from the dry down. I'm getting all Nishane Hacivat. Now, the difference between Nishane Hacivat and Bond Number 9 Centerpiece for Him, the longevity of Bond Number 9 Centerpiece for Him, I'm getting 8 to 10 hours. And I have to use at least about 4 to 5 sprays with that one. And it lasts longer, even on clothes and everything. Based with that fragrance, it has a great sillage. The sillage on there and the projection on Bond Number 9 Centerpiece for Him is good. And it's definitely for the price on discounters. You can't go wrong with that one. As when I got this Nishane Hacivat, I got the 50 ml bottle. I end up paying $220 for this bottle. And obviously, it definitely came with taxes as well. And this fragrance smelled just like Bonamana Centerpiece for him. And it smelled like a niche version of Bonamana Centerpiece for him. But you probably saying, wait a minute, I thought Bonamana was a niche fragrance house. To me, my own personal appearance and my own personal opinion about it, and I have the right to have my own opinion. Obviously, coming from my nose and from what I'm smelling, this smell like a Nishane Hacivat smell like a much better high quality than Bonamana Centerpiece for him. And to me, Bonamana Centerpiece for him smells a little bit generic and a little bit synthetic, and that's not bad at all. It's still pretty good, if only if you're getting it from the discounters, paying like no more than $120 for it. Now, Nishane, I understand it's a straight default prune, so it contains much more high quality oils. But this is a definitely a good fragrance by far. With this fragrance here, the Nishane Hacivat, I am getting 15 to 16 hours with 2 sprays. And it's just projecting the whole time. I know a lot of times people put Nishane Hacivat as a spring summer fragrance. I actually have wore this in the wintertime, or even the fall time. I know it doesn't really have a lot of darker notes like oud and a lot of other like deep patchouli and dirty patchouli. This fragrance this fragrance does contain patchouli, but it's more of a clean patchouli. And it definitely works in the cold weather, meaning it projects very well even in the cold weather. But the notes that's in this fragrance, since that it's very clean and refreshing, that's why I see why people say it's for the summer and the springtime. But to me, as when it's on my skin in the summer and the springtime, I would, if you can go half a spray, and I think that it would definitely do, because this one right here would definitely choke people out. People would say that it's strong, and I advise you to go to one spray, a half a spray with this one in the summer and the springtime. This stuff just project off my skin like no tomorrow. Also, is this bottle worthy? If you ask me, despite that I like this fragrance a lot, I wouldn't say it's bottle worthy. And let me explain. This fragrance lasts so long that if I would have had gotten a decant like a 15 mil or a 10 mil, it would definitely have done me justice. Because all I need was one spray with this fragrance, and this fragrance would it lasts within the 24 hours, between 14 to 15 hours. That's just on my skin. That's not even if I even spray this on my clothes. Do I recommend spraying this on your clothes? You could do what you want. I did spray it on a white shirt, and it did not leave a stain at all. So yeah, you can, but you don't need to, because this fragrance lasts for a long time anyway. When I did spray this on my clothes, I tell you one thing, I had washed my clothes. Like I said, I sprayed this on a white t-shirt. Obviously, I washed my clothes with this with a little bit bleach, and I still could smell this fragrance with that same white t-shirt that I wore, and it still have a little bit of scent of Nishane Hacivat. So getting with the fragrance and everything, first when you initially spray this fragrance, you get a refreshing bergamot, pineapple, and grapefruit, and they all hit you all at one time. Then you're going to start getting some of the floral notes with this fragrance, and that's when the jasmine's going to start coming in, and also just a little bit of that patchouli. And then this fragrance is going to get a little bit with all the notes now, even the top notes. The top notes last within 3 to 4, I would say 3 to 4 hours. You still going to smell the top notes. And you're going to always smell this pineapple and this bergamot lingering around within this fragrance, only in the air. If you smell it on your skin, I'm not going to, on my skin, I'm not getting too much of that bergamot and pineapple. Only in the air, I will get that. I'm talking about it as like walking by, hand movement and stuff like that. That's when I start getting the pineapple and the bergamot. But just smelling it on my skin, close to my nose, I don't get much of that. I get more of a little slightly pineapple with some very slightly patchouli and some cedarwood. I do get some oak moss, but it's not as much because it's more dominant with the patchouli and the cedarwood and that slightly little pineapple that's in this fragrance. This is a straight deep parfum. This fragrance lasts a long time, very long time. And I advise anybody, try to go out there and get a sample. Get a sample. Don't go by what I says. Just get a sample, and I guarantee you, if you smell Bon Amanat Centerpiece for Him, and you smell Nishane Hacivat, I guarantee you, you would definitely say that Nishane Hacivat and Bon Amanat Centerpiece for Him smells very, 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 very similar. If they, I would say they like. I won't say they twin brothers, but I would say they definitely cousins. They definitely cousins. And this is much older cousin, where Bon Amanat Centerpiece for Him is a younger cousin. First cousins. They definitely involved. The bottle is a real nice bottle. I like the cap. You could definitely pick up the cap like this, and it definitely won't drop. It's really nothing underneath the bottle and nothing like that, nothing on the side. Sorry I don't have the box with me right now, but the box is very, very nice. The presentation is very, very good as well. But like I said, the best thing to do is try to get a sample. Go on eBay or anybody who has a sample, especially on eBay, they have them. And if you own Bon Amanat Centerpiece for Him, you would definitely get the similarities of what they has, and they're very, very close to what it is. To me, I don't get Creative Vintage at all. Not from the fruity batch, not from the smoky batch, no batch. I don't get nothing no Creative Vintage. And I really do believe that when a lot of YouTube viewers say that something smells like Creative Vintage, the first thing people are gonna do, they're gonna tune in. They're gonna say, "What? Creative Vintage? A Creative Vintage a beater, a Creative Vintage a knockout." You know what I mean? Like, is this better than Creative Vintage? A lot of that stuff is just create reviews, create advertisement and stuff like that. Like I said, I bought this with my own money. I could bash this fragrance I want, or I could uplift it. And basically, this fragrance is an uplifting fragrance. So that will be due for my review of Nishane Hacivat. I hope everybody have a great day. I hope everybody had a great 4th of July. Yesterday was my birthday, which is July 6th. I'm 40 years old. I'm getting there. I feel it. I feel like when I was 35 years old. But I appreciate everybody for watching and everything. So thanks, peace out, and have a good day.